Start streaming.
I'm refreshing. Oh, the Castellano stream. The live, it says you're live, but doesn't show your the VOD. Try again.
Yup. Because I'm gonna try again. Take 2 on streaming. Now, where were we? It'd be great if I hyped this up again and then I restarted it, crashed again.
you crash once again. That'd be hilarious.
It would be hilarious. It'd also
wait,
just be the universe. What?
Also, you didn't introduce me. Hey.
Oh yes. Stream. This is some random person I found online, and I think his name is like Philbert, something like that. Anyway, he's here because I thought he was cool. You know, he knows things.
I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
He knows a thing or two about a thing or two or three. Anyway, it's time to duel. And I'm going second.
No, not second.
Now, have I introduced you to my mate? Because he's a very interesting character here. It's this little pot of greed over here. Look at him. He's pot of greed. Yep.
Pot of greed. Now you can draw 3 additional cards to your deck.
What a great card to draw. I'm gonna school this kid. First, I activate my Pot of Prosperity. This will allow me to banish 3 cards from my extra deck. 1, 2, 3. And allow me to reveal the top 3 cards of my deck. 1, 2, 3. Damn. And I'll add this card to my hand.
Oh, damn.
And then I'll put these 2 on the bottom of my deck. And this is the only card I need. So I'm going to set that card and this other card that I would also like to have and end my turn. Now what the heck is that? Send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard and take 1,000 damage for each spell trap sent to the graveyard. Excuse me? I don't know whether to negate this or not. He might take some damage here. I'll let him do it.
Hell yeah.
Well, he took some damage. Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
It's Destiny Hero Diner. I activate my trap card, Infinite Impermanence. This will allow me to negate your monster's effect, as well as negating the effect of every spell and trap card in this column for the rest of the turn. Oh no! He's summoning his card, Destiny Hero Malicious. While in the graveyard, you can banish it to special summon a Destiny Hero Malicious from your deck. Or you would, if I didn't have my Ash Blossom. This will negate your effect, effectively ending your turn.
Oh my
loser.
God. Jesus, friend, we can't be bullying people.
Whoa, he still gets to attack though, like for real.
No, okay, never mind. It is fine to bully this man now.
But I always knew that I was gonna win this duel, and now I know it for sure.
Yeah?
Funny.
No, keep going. My bad.
Damn, rabbits are bad.
I knew I was gonna win this duel, and I know it for sure now.
I activate my Interrupting Kaiju Slumber, destroying your monster and allowing me to special summon from my deck another monster. I'll special summon. I'll give you Gadarla, the Mystery Dust Kaiju, and I get to special summon my Gamma Seal, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. Now you may be thinking, why did I give him the monster with more attack points? I'll be honest, I misplayed. But it doesn't matter, because I control the card known as Schwarzschild, Limit Dragon. Because he controls a monster with more than 2,000 attack, I can special summon this card from my hand. And even though it has even less attack points, I don't care, because I can exceed summon by building the overlay network. And special summon number 82, 23 rather, Lancelot, Dark Knight of the Underworld. He's here for a good time, not for a long time, because I'm immediately overlaying him into number 84, Pain Gainer. And he's not going to be here for much longer either, because I'm immediately ranking up again into my ultimate card, number 77, the Seven Sins. And now, I will proceed to religiously beat you over the head.
Oh my god. Jesus, friend.
Okay, so like he gets the special summon card, but like whatever, dude. Like whatever, like I don't even care. For real.
For real, for real?
All in my turn. Wimp.
Oh my god, so much happened there.
Yeah, no, I'm cooking him. I'm chefing out here. Look at this man, he's thinking over here. Look at this thinking, man.
Imagine thinking.
Exactly, imagine thinking. I just win. I don't even think. I just win. All I do is win every day. And with this card, I will activate my Interrupted Kaiju Slumber's Graveyard effect, allowing me to add from my deck to my hand one Kaiju. And I will add Jizukuru from my deck to my hand. And then I will special summon him to your field at the cost of tributing one of your monsters. Don't think I've left you off the hook yet. Now that you control a Kaiju, I can special summon the Kaiju from my hand. And then activate my Super Polymerization. This will allow me to discard one card, diffusion summon a card using monsters both I and you control. And I'll use my Kaiju and your Destiny Hero as two dark monsters. Diffusion summon the card known as Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. And then I'm going to use his effect, targeting your monster that I gave you and adding its attack points to mine. It's time for you to lose. I activate with my Seven Sins, and then I attack with my Starving Venom Fusion Dragon.
Jesus Christ, friend, you destroyed him.
I murdered him in cold blood.
In the best part, you had 6,900 health.
Mm-hmm. I did it on purpose. It was the lucky number, really.
You was a lucky number.
I still love it. I always knew I was going to win this duel, but now I know it for sure.
You drew a card that you never used!
I never used it.
I knew I would win, but now I know for certain.
It's just the thing is... Okay, I'm gonna see if I can show you why that was a bad draw. Because that's part of my A-lister combo, but I don't want to draw it. I want to draw A-lister. Well, I didn't get A-lister, which is unfortunate. It's actually a very similar hand to last time. Flight Barrier, Arcana Force. Oh, this guy thinks he's lucky. He's gonna toss some coins for real. Okay, but like, what's that supposed to do? Never mind, he's gonna run and hide. Well, you never should have done that. Okay. I'll start off by activating Twin Twisters. This will allow me to discard one card to destroy up to 2 spell or trap cards on your side of the field. And I'll destroy both of them. Now that you're defenseless, I'll activate my Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. destroying your monster and allowing me to special summon 2 kaijus. One to my side of the field and one to your side of the field. And, I'll summon Jizukiru, and you'll summon a Gamma Seal. Because that one has the lowest attack points and this one has the highest. So now I'll be able to hit you really hard. What are you laughing at back there?
Nothing, man.
Peanut
Nothing.
gallery over there.
Dude, I'm watching. I'm happy, man. I'm watching.
I'll set 1 card face down and end my turn. Already I'm winning this duel.
But
Terraforming. You think you're gonna add a card from your deck to your hand? Ash Blossom. I'll negate that effect.
Oh my god, Fred.
Now
This man
what are
wants
you
to
going to
play.
do? Because terraforming is limited, which means that's your only oh, brother, this dude is running and hiding. He is hiding for his life. Da-da.
Well, I mean, you're bullying him, man.
I'm not bullying shit. I'm bullying the computer for real. I'll attack. Get that piece of trash out of here. I end my turn. It's only a matter of time before I draw my number 1 A-lister. Or he just runs out of monsters to set face down. Da-da. Well,
Oh, brother.
I'll activate Raigeki,
Oh my
allowing me to destroy your monster. Now I can attack your light points directly. Attack my monster of 3,300 attack. I end my turn.
Jesus, Fred, this dude wants to play the game.
Yeah, well, that was his fault.
Yeah.
That was his mistake. Da-da. Damn. What are these draws for real? I'm glad I had interrupted Kaiju Slumber at the beginning of this duel, because otherwise I'd be in a bad way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not, because you're at 300 life points, and I've not been touched this whole duel. Which means next turn I win. Light barrier? What's that supposed to do? Oh, brother, this dude just ended his turn.
Brother.
Well, I never drew my number 1 A-lister, but it didn't matter, because all I needed was my kaiju. Now attack for game. Well, that one was a pretty uninteresting one. I kind of just beat him over the head every turn.
Dude, you took out his shins and just kept, like, dragging him.
Like, that one was kind of unfair. That was just kind of mean, honestly. That was a bit
Dude, you
mean-spirited.
literally jumped a preschooler and were like, aha! I knew I would win this one.
I was just like, kid, did I just catch you trying to duel me?
Kid, did I catch you trying to exist? Nah, Nemo.
Alright, so I went first, right? But this isn't a great hand, so I'll set 1 card and end my turn. But what's he gonna do for real? Cerulean's got, well, that could be annoying. Pot of Prosperity, that could be annoying.
Oh.
It could be annoying if I didn't have Ash Blossom. I'll negate that effect.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I run 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Whatever.
Oh,
It's a
jeez.
good card.
Hey, I kind of get that.
Okay, but like he still gets to do that. Hyper Blaze? What are you gonna do with Hyper Blaze? Oh, brother, you think you're ending your turn without me twin twistering you? I'll discard. Fudge. I guess my Kaiju. I'll destroy your Cerulean Skyfire and one of your face downs. Oh, brother, awakening the Sacred Beast. Da-da. Now I will play the card that he tried to use last turn. Except mine's gonna work.
Yeah?
I'll simply banish 3 cards from my extra deck, revealing the top 3 cards of my deck. And they're all bad. Huh.
Hey, yo, where's this A-lister, man?
Dude, I don't know, because, like, most of this deck is about bringing A-lister out.
Look, man, I think it's actually a myth, and you're lying to me.
I guess I'll add a Kaiju. Kaiju's never bad. I would normally never do this, but I'm gonna summon Skullmeister and attack. Because I don't want him having that monster on the field, so...
Dude, not gonna lie, what it feels like is you're taking me around town with a crowbar, beating people up and promising to show me Santa Claus.
Dude, we're gonna find him eventually. Da-da! I mean, even though that's not him, like, he'll be here. He'll show up.
You know, I'm
definitely not just going to win this duel by
Oh
attacking with Skullmeister for the rest of the duel.
Are you just dad taking me on an errand, like, to get, like, all the money that you owe from people?
He might actually be about to destroy my life here. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Hey, but at least it'll be interesting. We'll get his Fallen Paradise. Fallen Paradise is an interesting card because he gets to draw 2 extra cards per turn.
Oh.
Ooh, and of course he got Cerulean Skyfire. Yeah, so for once, they're actually fighting back.
Yeah, dude.
This 3rd grader had a gat on him.
Sorry, the image in my head just fucking priceless. Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Now he may have that, but what he didn't know was I had a kaiju in my hand. So I'm gonna tribute his Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder, to summon Godarla. And since he controls a kaiju, I can summon my kaiju from my hand. And then I'll proceed to attack him. And kill this one. And then... well, damn, I guess I end my turn.
Yeah?
I end my turn, and I hope he can't summon another... Divine Beast. Okay, he added Hamon back to his end. Oh! Okay, brother! Oh. What? Never mind. That's not what I thought was going to happen. Oh wait, I still lose.
Oh. Friend.
I thought he was going to summon something way scarier, but I still lose. Damn, where's my A-lister? Excuse me?
Dude, just level with me. There is no Santa Claus, is there?
Hang on, I'm gonna make it more consistent, cause like this is annoying me. I don't know why this is happening. Fuck impermanence and forbidden droplet. We're getting terraforming. And another copy of Magical oh, I need to generate it. Another copy of Magical Meltdown. Okay. That should make it, like, twice as consistent as it
Seriously,
was.
just taking off those 2 cards makes it much more consistent?
Yes. Because I think I just went from a 33 to a 66% chance of having it in my opening hand.
Gotcha.
Or a card that can get me it. Like, Jesus Christ. I thought it was pretty consistent before. Did-a? Well, I didn't get it. Oh, brother! At least I'm going second. I get a draw. Maybe I could draw it? Okay, he's gonna get probably Hamon. Ooh. DD Crow. I know this deck, so I know what he's gonna do. I'm gonna banish his card from his graveyard so he can't get the card that he wants. Ta-da! Okay. Not a bad card, though. I didn't get my A-lister, but I did get a good card. So I'll go ahead and activate Lightning Storm to destroy all of his monsters. And then I'll activate Fusion Destiny, allowing me to fusion summon with cards from my deck. And then I have a little guy known as Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer. And I'll attack directly. And end my turn. Oh. Opening the Spirit Gates. Ooh. I'll wait. Raviel. Okay. Okay, so who's he gonna summon with that? Interesting. No! I'll use my monster's effect. I'm sorry, I didn't explain how that works. I can destroy a card I control and a card he controls. Actually, yes, I will activate that. Since I drew a monster, I can activate my Destiny Hero Dasher's effect, allowing me to immediately special summon it. And then, since my monster, which I destroyed, was destroyed by card effect, activated by me, I can special summon it from the graveyard. And can I win here? Probably. I move to battle phase. I attack. What is this? Return to shower. Battle damage turn. No! Yes, I'll activate his effect. And then I continue my attack directly. I can't win this turn because of that, but it's fine. I'm still going to win in the end. I summon my Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer, because he comes back to the field literally every turn. Pot of Prosperity. Well, I don't have Ash Balls, so I can't negate that one.
But friend, you always do it.
6. Okay, what's he gonna add? Cerulean Skyfire? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna activate my monster's effect. I'm gonna destroy him, and you're opening the Spirit Gates. And then I'll activate his effect, so I'll get summoned back to the field next turn. Do I die here? Okay, no, I don't quite die there. Oh yeah, that's right, it's because I take half damage.
Oh!
Because that's what I thought he was going to summon last duel, because during his turn, it gets 10,000 attack. Ta-da.
Jesus.
Doesn't matter, though, because I get to special summon my monster back to the field. And although that fusion card, you know, it may look weak now because it has 0 attack and defense, it can't be destroyed by battle.
Oh.
But I don't care, because I have a kaiju, so I'm just going to tribute it. That's why kaijus are so good. So now I'm gonna kaiju to his field. And then I summon my kaiju, and I proceed to beat him. Attack. And understand this game, kid. Get out of my face.
Friend, where's Santa Claus?
He'll show up next year. And by next year, I mean next duel.
Are you sure? Because I just witnessed you beat up another child.
Listen. Everyone knows that if you beat up enough children, Santa Claus will show up. Because you're ruining his market base by beating up all these children. So eventually he'll have to come say something.
Gotcha.
Ta-da! Now, he hasn't come yet, but I assure you he will be here. Probably. Alright, so what is it using now? Evil heroes? Ta-da! Okay, well, that's just good. I activate. I shouldn't have done that. I could have done something much better. I guess I activate Raigeki. I'll do Lightning Storm as well. But that's gonna be it. I'm gonna end my turn. I'm gonna let him have another turn before I destroy him. Mostly because I want to actually see my, my number one A-lister.
I think you're lying to me, friend. It doesn't exist.
Well, we're about to see. Da-da! Damn, maybe he doesn't exist. What the hell? I got him every duel before I started streaming.
Sure you did. Sure.
I activate my interrupted kaiju slumber, destroying your monster, and I mean at this point we know what this does. Summon a card to your field and summon a card. What's so funny?
You gave up. You gave up so fast.
Dude, I didn't expect to be explaining this card so much. I barely use this card. I want you to know that. I barely use that card. I have one copy of that card in this deck. I have like 8 ways to get my number one A-lister.
You quit so fast. You were in the middle of explaining. You're like, I don't need to explain this. We already know.
And I think we know what this does.
Oh my god.
Alright, but I will get my number one boss monster out onto the field. My one and only number 77, the Seven Sins. And I basically win at this point. Once I get this guy in the field, it's not really much of a competition.
Could you explain how you're able to summon all those guys?
So, the way it works is I start with 2 level 8s, right? Mm-hmm. And I can XC summon Lancelot, because he says 2 level 8 monsters. And then I have a card called Pain Gainer, who's a level 11 monster. And normally you need 2 level 11 monsters. But in its text it says you can also XZ summon this card by using a rank 8, 9, or 10 Dark XZ monster you control with 2 or more XZ material. So I use Lancelot, my rank 8 XZ Dark monster, and its 2 material, to rank up into Pain Gainer. And then I have number 77, the Seven Sins, who normally needs 2 level 12s. But you can also XZ summon this card by using a rank 10 or 11 Dark monster you control. So the way it works is I summon Lancelot, and then I rank up from Lancelot into Pain Gainer. Because Lancelot is level 8, I can use it to summon Pain Gainer, who's level 11. Then I can use that to summon number 77. Because it's a rank 11 and I can automatically upgrade into it.
Gotcha.
And this card is really good. So it's got 4,000 attack and 3,000 defense. I can detach 2 materials to banish as many special summon monsters as my opponent controls as possible. And then anytime it would leave the field, like be destroyed by battle or card effect or anything, I can just detach 1 material and it's not.
Got you.
And because of the way I summon it, it ends up having 4 materials. So for the first 4 times it would be destroyed by any means, it just won't be.
Huh.
Alright, and then I'll activate Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, which is a really good card. But I think I might actually run 2 of it. Anyway, I'll add Godarla to my hand. I can't summon him, but I'll just add him. And then, if I really wanted to, I could keep my card as Lancelot, because he gets a negate every turn. I can negate my opponent's effect every turn.
Huh.
Ta-da. Oh, also, he has a really cool ability where, as long as he has material on him, he can attack directly.
No matter what?
No matter what. Like, even if my opponent has a full board of monsters, he can attack over all of them and go directly.
Oh, that's nice.
So A-lister just did not show up again. I swear Listen, I swear this doesn't happen to me. You gotta believe me, Brett. You gotta believe me.
It doesn't always happen, I swear. You gotta trust me. This is the first time it's happened.
Hey, I leveled up.
Hey, so where's Santa
I'm
Claus?
usually really good at this, Fred. You gotta... I'm usually really good at showing up whenever I need to.
Well, you know, you're not, so...
Listen, just give me some time. I'll get there. Ta-da. There we go! And in this hand, I get 2 ways of doing it, too.
Gotcha.
Because, of course, I get 0 and then 2. Damn. That would be intimidating if I didn't have the ability. Oh. I also just drew the perfect card. I'm gonna Harpy's Feather Duster you.
Oh. Look at that.
Well, get all that off the field. You think you have a graveyard effect? Skullmeister will negate that effect. I run a lot of hand traps in this deck.
I could tell.
So, I'll tell you, this deck, I titled it Easy Engines, and basically it's me making a statement that the meta decks these days are just... They're all the same. They're all just, like, small engines that all do the same thing. Or, like, you don't run any unique decks anymore. You just run small groupings of good cards. Like, there's the Kaiju engine, which I used to do a lot of stuff. And I used to summon, like, Pain Gainer, or the Seven Sins, or just use Kaijus, which, as you have seen already, you've seen how good they are on their own. And then there's the Invoked engine, which is personally my favorite. And this is Alistair, or as I call him, my #1 A-lister. And just to show you, like, just to give some perspective on how uncommon it is to not be able to get this guy, I have 3 copies of him. 2 copies of this Magical Meltdown card, which when activated adds him to my hand, and then I have Terraforming, which adds Magical Meltdown to my hand. So the fact that I could not get him is baffling. But now that I do have him, you're gonna see he works really well with the Kaiju deck.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to activate Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. And I'm going to summon to my side of the field... Godarla. And then to his side of the field, Gamma Seal. Alright. And then I'm going to summon my #1 A-lister and activate his effect. And this is why he's so good. Because he adds Invocation from my deck to my hand. Which is why I only run 1 copy of Invocation. Because all these other cards, Alistair, Magical Meltdown, Terraforming, they all get me Alistair, which adds Invocation from my deck to my hand. So I only need 1. Which is why earlier when I was drawing it, I'm like, that's just a bad draw. Okay, so what do I want to do?
I finally know why you said. I'll show you why that's bad. After like 4 duels.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brad. I'm sorry.
Dude.
I'll just go ahead and invocation. So, what's great about the invoked monsters is they all require Alistair, like Alistair, 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 and then a different monster of like a different type. Like, if I want to summon Mechaba, I have to use a light monster. If I want to summon Raijin, I have to use a wind monster. If I want to summon Caliga, I have to use a dark monster. And all of the kaijus are different types. So with things like Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, I can just summon out whichever type I need. And my favorite invoked card to summon is Raijin, which needs a wind monster. And Gadarla is a wind monster, so I can use it to summon him. And the other reason why it's a really good engine is because in the graveyard, Invocation has an effect where you can add Alistair back to your hand and shuffle Invocation into your deck. So on my next turn, I can summon him again, add Invocation back, and summon another monster. Also, while in my hand, at any point, I can use him during mine or my opponent's turn to give one of my monsters 1,000 attack and defense, and then like I discard him, he'll go to the graveyard. But like, let's say I were to attack right now, even though we have the same attack, I would still win because I could discard Alistair. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to discard Alistair right now, because I don't know when I'll be able to get another one. Well, actually, no, I could, because I have Magical Meltdown. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do it. I'll go to Battle Phase, and I'll attack. And then I'll use Alistair to beef my guy up. And then I win in that attack. And then my monster goes back to me. And then at the end of the turn, his attack returns normal. This is why Invocation and like the invoked everything is just so good. Okay, he's gonna try and summon my monster and probably try to attack me with it. Is he gonna go to a battle phase and attack? No, he's just gonna end his turn. Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting. Da-da! Alright, so I do another Kaiju. I'm going to go ahead and activate Magical Meltdown. This allows me to add Alistair to my hand. And then in my graveyard, I can do Interrupted Kaiju Slumber to add another Kaiju to my hand. I'll do Jizukuru. And then since he controls a Kaiju, I can special summon my Kaiju from my hand. I'm going to be able to do a lot this turn as well. I'm going to use Alistair to add Invocation. And then I'm going to link away Alistair for Artemis. And Artemis is a light monster, so I can use Invocation to summon the light card. Here we go. My invoked Mechaba, who is really good because he has an Omni negate, which means he can negate any card once per turn. And then I'm just going to recycle my Invocation and my Alistair. And then Schwarzschild is another really good card because if my opponent controls a monster with 2,000 or more attack, I get to special summon him. And since I give my opponent so many cards like that through the Kaijus, I can usually just like count on me being able to summon him out. And he's a level 8, which means that if I actually had another level 8 on the field, I could XZ summon for my typical thing.
But you don't.
I don't, because I forgot that my other kaiju is a level 10, not a level 8. But it's okay, I'm still gonna win. And then, just so you could see his effect, Ragen's effect is, during either player's turn at any point, I just target a card and flip it face down.
Oh, look at that.
And then just a... Oh no, he'll still be at 200 life points, but whatever. It's not like he's going to beat me. So yeah, with this deck, I'm basically just saying that anyone can make a meta deck just by running the most cheap and standardized things possible. Because this is stuff like, people will run a deck and then just throw in invoked stuff, or will throw in kaijus, or anything like that. So I decided to just make a deck completely comprised of those things.
I see. You know what? It was worth trying to find Santa.
It was, because it turns out Santa's actually really good.
To be fair, though, we still beat up a lot of children without Santa.
You know what? That's fair. And now that we've seen Santa, I'm going to continue to beat up children because I haven't gotten to Stratos yet, so.
I love that. I love that sentence.
It's just the best sentence. Like, look at that. Now I have Alistair in my hand. Gold sarcophagus. What? Boganian? What the hell? What is this dude running? Oh, the Genzo challenge. Ta-da. Interesting. I'm gonna activate Harpy's Feather Duster.
Haha, get owned. L,
Get
L,
owned,
L.
get owned. L, 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 L. And then I'm gonna summon A-Lister. Add Invocation. I'll probably just summon Caliga, honestly. I want to keep Skullmeister. Yeah, no, I'll get rid of Skullmeister.
Not Skullmeister.
Yeah, Skullmeister. This is probably making mistakes putting him in attack position, but I want to attack with him. And Caliga is really good because he can only summon one monster per turn now. Alright, and then if I really need to, I can always super polymerization. Which is just another smaller, like much smaller engine. This is a super polymerization engine.
How many engines are you working in this bad boy?
There's Kaiju, Invoke, Super Poly, and Destiny Hero. So I think 4. And just so you can see, super polymerization, what you can do is you can activate it during your opponent's turn, and by discarding a card, discard Dasher, I can fusion summon a card using cards I control and my opponent controls. So the card you just summoned, I get to take to summon my own monster.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, my Starving Venom Fusion Dragon.
It's been a minute since I've seen him.
Sure. Dasher's effect works really well with the Kaijus because if I draw a Kaiju while Dasher's in the graveyard, I can just special summon it. I will summon Alistair and add Invocation. So yeah, I run 4 different engines, and then the rest is made up of negates and field destruction. Stuff like Ash Blossom and Skullmeister and that kind of stuff. Harpy's Feather Duster, Raigeki. I guess there's one more invoked card I haven't showed you. And it's the harder one to bring out because I don't use a specific, like, attribute of monster, like light or dark. I have to use Alistair and another fusion monster. But he's really good because anytime my opponent special summons a card, I can destroy any card on their field.
Oh.
And then, of course, I'll just recycle Alistair and Invocation. Then I'll go to battle phase. Don't believe this is enough to win the day. Oh wait, never mind, this is enough.
So, how much have you won online with this deck?
A decent amount. It doesn't do as good as this, like, obviously because I'm playing, like, just against the computer, like, in, like, challenges. They don't have a lot of negates. Like, how I negate half the stuff my opponent does, that's how, like, online duels work, and probably a lot of the stuff that I do would get negated.
Gotcha.
But it does decently well. So I'll activate Pot of Prosperity. I'll banish 3 cards from my extra deck. And then reveal the top 3 cards of my deck. 1, 2, 3. I'll add Raiden, or Raiden. I'll add a Kaiju to my hand. And then I'll end my turn. And all I need is for him to summon a single monster and I'll win. Oh, Magician's Souls. No thank you, buddy. So, he thinks he's gonna use that to special summon his Dark Magician, but I'm not gonna let him. I'm just gonna banish the Dark Magician. He's gonna set to an end. Maybe I should have let him summon it so he would actually have a monster. Yeah, because now I can't summon anything. That is the pitfall of Kaijus, is they can't do anything if your opponent doesn't summon a monster. And damn, is he just not summoning a monster. Ta-da! Ooh, but there's my Fusion Destiny combo coming in clutch. I activate Fusion Destiny, allowing me to fusion summon using cards from my deck. And then I summon Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer. And I guess to give a more detailed, like, version of him, the reason he's so good is, 1, Fusion Destiny can summon him, like, it's literally a 1-card combo. It's the only card you need, is to draw that, because you can use cards from your deck to fusion summon him. And usually the downside of Fusion Destiny is it destroys your monster at the end of the next turn. But Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer has an effect where if it's destroyed by card effect, by battle or card effect, I can special summon it during the next standby phase. Which means, like, even though the downside of that card is supposed to be that it destroys your monster, the fact that it destroys my monster is fine because I can just summon him back with his own effect.
Oh, I see.
Right there. And then his other great effect is during either player's turn, I can destroy 1 card I control and 1 card my opponent controls. Since I did that last turn and destroyed him, during my opponent's turn, I can summon him back to the field and do it again. And then before he ends his turn, I can just do this. Destroy another one of his face downs, and then activate his effect again. And on my turn, he'll come back to the field, and it's just a loop. Oh, wrong card. I guess I'm summoning Ash Blossom now.
Interesting. Would one say that was a misplay?
Yes, but not really that big of a misplay. I mean, I'm still gonna win. Mostly because now that he has a monster, I can go into my Kaiju setup. Because I'm gonna give him a Kaiju, and then I'm gonna summon my Kaiju. And then... Oh, wait, never mind. Hang on. So, another thing that Destiny Hero does is it lowers my opponent's attack by, I think, 600. And because he was doing that, the Kaiju I gave him didn't have enough attack for me to special summon Schwarzschild. So I just had to get rid of him for a second. But now that he's off the field, I can go into Lancelot. And then we've all seen this play before. I'm going into Pain Gainer. And then from Pain Gainer into the 7 Cents. And this is basically how the deck works. I just run off of the same setups, the same combos, and use that to win the day. But the reason they're good is because they're consistent. Like, I can consistently do at least one of these combos and get one of these really good boss monsters on the field.
I see, I see.
So at this point, like... And then I draw Alistair. That's the other thing. This deck can snowball really hard because I have the 7 Sins on the field, which is hard enough to get rid of. Destiny Hero, who could destroy all of his stuff and come back every turn. And now that I have Alistair, I can just start doing invoked stuff. Which is all those other effects that are really good. And since I already have a bunch of... cards use. Apparently I can use my... That's the other thing about Invocation. I can use cards on my opponent's graveyard to fusion summon as well. So since he has a light monster in his graveyard, I can go ahead and use it and my card to summon Mechaba. And that's the other, like, great thing about this deck. The Invocation, the Kaijus, and the Super Polymerization all use my opponent's cards. Like, Super Polymerization fusion summons cards that I control using monsters from my opponent's field. My Kaijus tribute my opponent's monsters away. And Invocation can use monsters in my opponent's graveyard to fusion summon. So I'm also just stealing a lot of my opponent's cards. And I'll attack for game. That's game.
You destroyed yet another child.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. Oh, and that's the last one.
Oh, look
Nice.
at that. You have finally gone through an entire elementary school.
I've gone through an entire elementary school, and I have received my reward, Stratos. I'll go equip it real quick.
Kinda weird how the police officers came by and gave you a reward.
That was pretty interesting. I didn't see that one coming.
A little bit of a misplay on their part, but you know what? We don't question it.
Yeah, my horoscope didn't say anything about that one, so it's a little weird. Alright, so my mate. Because you got like a bunny, Sangan, you got a soccer ball, a basketball, a dartboard, like literally
Dartboard?
skates. Yeah, a
Dude, what the
dartboard.
heck?
Like, you got a car, American football, a record player, and then you just got Stratos. So, here's what I'll do. I'll go into... Just so you can see how it fares online, I will go into a duel online.
Alright, so we're actually going into a boxing match where someone else has a chance.
Yes, these people actually have a chance. But not really, because I now have the power of Stratos. And I've actually not seen him in game yet, so... Ooh, look at me! I have a little Stratos.
Little Stratus boy.
Friend's gonna love this whenever he sees it, because he loves the hero cards. And Stratos is a hero card.
Ah, I see.
So I won the coin toss, so I get to choose to go first. Alright. So it'll all depend on if my opponent can negate this. It looks like he can.
Oof. Also, what's the... So, why do you get an extra deck? What's the point of that?
Extra deck is just where you special summon, like, your special cards from. Link cards, Xyz cards, fusion cards, synchro cards. All those go into extra deck, and it's limited to 15. Because your extra deck is basically your, like, your boss monster deck. It's where a lot of your, like, end game cards are going to be. Luckily, he didn't negate it. It might not have been Ash Blossom in his hand, but either way, I can Invocation. I'm going to be smart and go into Artemis first, because I want to summon Mechaba. Mechaba is going to be my best bet, starting off here. Like, I could summon Caliga, but it probably wouldn't be the best for me. If I can survive this next turn, I'll summon Caliga next turn. I'll set Twin Twisters, and then use Invocation to add Alistair back to my hand. And since this is the first turn of the duel, obviously I can't attack, but this is a playable setup. So we'll just have to see what he does now. Harpy's Feather Duster. Interesting. Do I care about that? Not really. Go off, Chief. Go off, King. Destroy him.
Damn, he owned ya.
He did. Okay. So he's setting 2 cards face down. El Shadow Fusion. I think that's fine. Like, I get 1 negate this turn, so I have to be very picky about what I negate. I have to make sure that what I negate is going to be the thing that stops him the most. Oh, Shadow Winda. Of course, Winda. Alright, I'll activate a card in the graveyard. Activate 2 cards in the graveyard. card is something you're about the card fact. You can someone. Oh, he messed up. He's gonna have to
Yeah?
destroy his own card because he forgot he destroyed all of mine already.
Huh.
Unless he wanted this destroyed. No, it doesn't do anything in the graveyard. Okay, this is what I'm going to negate. I'm gonna negate that. Because he wanted that card specifically in the graveyard so that he could use its effect. And I'm not gonna allow that. And he ends his turn. Which was my goal, of course. Daru, Daru, Monster Kadu. This card is sent to the grave. What is this up? It's my turn. Alright. So I do need to get rid of Winda. Anytime one spell trap and the graveyard out of your hand. Interesting. Very interesting. I think I might just tribute his monster away with my kaiju. He'll get to activate his graveyard effect, which is fine. I'm not gonna negate it. No. What is this? You can do what now? Don't know if there's someone you send one card from some monster with an equal or higher attack from your deck to the graveyard, and if you destroy that monster, you cannot special summon cards from the extra deck. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, bruv. Fair enough, bruv. But I don't think it's going to matter. Ooh, that does hurt somewhat. Only somewhat, though. I have Alistair, so it's really not that big of a deal. Okay, I could summon you, but I won't. I'm just gonna Invocation. Now this turn I will summon Caliga. Ooh, or do I summon you? I do. I summon you, and I'm gonna use your monster as well. And then I will beat you over the head. Invocation, add you back to my hand. And then I shall simply set one card and end my turn. So I'm winning so far. I'm in a good place right now. Just gotta see if I keep that. Sitting two cards face down. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm about to lose my monster to one of those two face downs. Did I? Alright, let's just get rid of them. Twin Twisters. I discard one card, and I will destroy your Spawn Trap cards. So I'll have to activate them. Oh, not activating them. Does he want them in the way? Nope, he scooped. He went next. He surrendered.
Huh.
And yeah, that's the power of this deck. Whenever you just run the most annoying metas all together, then a lot of people do that, which is fair. I cannot criticize anyone for leaving against a deck like this one.
Damn. Are you proud of this deck or no?
I'm proud that it works. That like it does what I intended it to do.
And
I'm also ashamed that it works.
how
Was
long did it take you to come up with this deck?
like 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh, okay.
I already knew most of the combos because I play against them all the time.
Also, friend, for me, what's the difference between the graveyard and the banish hole?
So, in the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh, like back in 2005 Yu-Gi-Oh, the difference was actually really big. The graveyard was still something you could interact with. You could special summon from the graveyard sometimes. Sometimes cards had effects in the graveyard. Um, but if your card was banished, it was just gone from the game. Back then, it wasn't called the banish pile. It was referred to as removing a card from play.
Oh.
Because that's essentially what it was. But now, there's a bunch of cards and even whole decks that revolve around banishing things and cards that get effects when they are banished. So, it's basically just a second graveyard. But the importance of it for disrupting your opponent is if my opponent tries to activate a card in their graveyard and I banish it from their graveyard, then they can no longer activate that effect because the effect says that it needs to be in the graveyard to activate. So, whenever I banish a card from my opponent's graveyard, I essentially like stop that one play. Instead of completely removing the card from the game, like in old Yu-Gi-Oh, you can stop like a play or two. You can slow your opponent down.
Okay, I see. Uh, but can you still take cards out of the banish hole or no?
Yes. Like there's a deck called Adamanticators who work by banishing cards from their deck and then special summoning those banished cards from the banish pile.
Alright, okay. Cause, yeah, no, cause I always thought like banishing the card meant like it was gone from play. But then I saw you playing and I was like, oh, you're getting your A-lister back and
Yes, I'm getting my number one A-lister back, which
so
it just goes to show like how different it is now compared to, because yeah, that's basically what it used to be. Is that it used to be that you just couldn't really do anything with that card. There was no card that interacted with the banish pile to bring that card back or to do anything with it. So it was basically out of the game. But, you know, times change, I guess.
oh, that's pretty interesting though.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Which one of these decks would you like to see me play?
Oh, dude, I'm laying down. I can't read any of that.
Oh, okay. Give me a number.
Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 6 spot? So that's 12, 14? That's 14 decks? Yeah, okay.
It also says it at the top.
Friend, you should know. Do you really want me? You know my eyesight
Okay,
by
but
now,
like
Phil?
those are in more bold numbers. Like these are quite big.
Okay, those are the numbers. Okay.
Like it literally says 14 right here. 14.
Friend, I'm at my bed. The monitor's away from me. I'm really comfy. I cannot see those numbers.
Fair enough. Give me a
I
number.
thought those were four numbers. I thought it was like 1,000.
Oh, yeah, I have 1,000 decks.
I
Not
didn't know what
not
those
to show
numbers meant,
off.
and I just kind of accepted that they were there.
Fair enough. It's a year.
Well, you know what? I want to go with that purple deck in the bottom left.
Emergence of the Monarchs. A good choice. A good choice. Monarchs. The best anti-meta deck in the game.
Oh.
And if I am lucky enough, I'll explain why.
like how what is it? Invoke was a bad card to draw. Is
Yeah.
it? Am I gonna have to wait another 4 duels to understand why?
Maybe. Alright, so with this
Oh,
deck, you always want to go first. And this deck is really like a 50-50 on whether you're going to absolutely destroy your opponent or just lose.
oh really?
Da-da. Yes, so not a bad hand.
Oh, you don't have an extra deck on this one?
No. And there's a reason for that. There's a very specific reason for that. I'll use Tenacity of the Monarchs. Show my opponent this card. And then I will add... So I'll add this from my deck to my hand. So Tenacity allows me to, if I have a Monarch in my hand, I can reveal it and then add a Monarch spell or trap from my deck to my hand. I'll activate Pantheism of the Monarchs. Allows me to discard another Monarch spell or trap to draw 2 cards. Okay, getting pretty unlucky here. This is bad. I will activate Pantheism of the Monarchs effect in the graveyard. I can reveal 3 spell or trap cards from my deck. And then my opponent chooses one to add to my hand. Honestly, I gotta go with these 3. What will he add to my hand? Yeah, no, that's fair. I have to end my turn. There. That's all I can do.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't get... There's one card I really needed, and there are a couple ways I could have gotten it, but I didn't... None of them showed up. So, I have to hope that I don't explode this turn.
Oh, but like that's basically impossible. You'll be fine.
Yeah, probably. My opponent chooses to play... Okay, there we go. Dragon Maids. Interesting. Dragon Maids sure are annoying. Okay, I'm gonna report this guy after the duel, by the way.
Oh, why?
Because he's playing slow on purpose.
Actually?
Yes. This is a thing that people will do, where they'll play a card, and then they'll wait.
Isn't that what you used to do to see if it was a bot?
Yes, but back then bots were very easy to tell. Like whenever I did that's when I knew it was a bot, because they had a specific mate, a very specific number of cards in their extra deck, and their name was always Japanese.
Okay, so what's the problem with him playing slow then?
It's just trying to annoy and get me to quit.
Ah.
Like, if he plays slow enough, maybe I'll just forfeit, because I don't want to be in here.
So you're just testing your patience. Seeing if you're a little
Yes.
pussy boy.
Yep.
But you're no little pussy boy.
Nope. I'm gonna lose fair and square, damn you. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna lose this duel. Unless I draw the card I need, like, literally this next turn. And I have a chance or two at, like, I could sustain myself a little bit more, even if I don't get it this next turn, but it starts looking really hazy after this.
You know, I believe.
Like, he went to the battle phase. He only has one card he can attack with.
And he's just waiting.
And he's just waiting.
Oh shit, he did something! I thought he had a stroke. Not gonna lie.
My dearest fellow duelist, I'm writing to you today to make sure that your cards have found you well.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
and so he attacked me. Those are puny numbers, honestly. 2,800 puny numbers. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't get much higher than that with my deck, but, like, I don't need attack power with my deck. My deck just rails people.
Hey, yo?
Probably not this time, because, got a bad draw. And that's the thing about anti-meta decks. They can be really good whenever they're good, but it's all luck dependent. Whereas the meta decks have like very consistent setups and combos where you can work like every turn no matter what you draw. Well, hey, would you look at that? It's a card that I needed.
It's because you believed in the heart of the cards, brother.
It really is. I summon Ida, the Heavenly Squire, an activator effect, allowing me to special summon Eidos, the Underworld Squire, from my deck. Then, I'll activate Tenacity of the Monarchs. This will allow me to reveal one Monarch in my hand, and add the Monarch's Erupt from my deck to my hand. And now, I'm going to activate Domain of the True Monarchs, my field spell. And this card says, while I have no cards in my extra deck, and am the only person to control a tribute summoned monster, my opponent can't summon from the extra deck. So his entire extra deck is null and void.
Huh.
Then I'll activate March of the Monarchs, which says tribute summoned monsters can't be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can target them with effects. And also, I can't special summon from the extra deck, but like, go figure, I have no extra deck. Anyway, I'm gonna...
Deck.
What? I do?
No, but your extra deck. You need the
extra deck. I'm going to tribute summon my Karaz, the Light Monarch. He has a pretty nifty effect. It's actually pretty generous to my opponent. I'm going to destroy both cards on his field. But he gets to draw for every card that I destroy. I'm also going to activate Ida's effect, allowing me to add one of my banished spells or traps to my hand. So, another example of the banished pile just being another graveyard.
Yeah, no, because I noticed you doing that. I was like, oh, I thought banishment meant just they're gone.
Mm-hmm. That wait right there was literally him accepting the prompt to draw 2 cards, which you can deny. You can deny to draw cards from this guy's effect.
No way, really?
You can, and some people have done it because they just see a yes, no, and they're like, this is probably bad for me. I'm gonna say no.
Oh, so people just don't read.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I activated Pantheism again, and I discarded the Prime Monarch because You actually want it in the graveyard, because that has an effect in the graveyard. You can actually use Pantheism again. I'm going to add... Either you, or you to my hand. So either another Pantheism or the Monarch Stormforth. A couple years ago, this deck was unrunnable because Pantheism of the Monarchs was limited to 1. And it's so good because in your hand it's a Pot of Greed, and in your graveyard you can banish it to search for a specific card from your deck. And being able to have 3 of them now, as I can now, is just great. Alright, so I'm going to set the Monarch's Erupt. What is it saying? Oh yeah, I can just do that. I'm going to set the Monarch's Stormforth, and I'm going to go to battle phase. And I can't attack the turn that Karaz is summoned, I forgot. It's been a while since I played this deck. Alright. So the last part of my combo is the Monarch's Erupt. Now I can only activate it if I have no cards in my extra deck and I control a tribute summoned monster. And it negates the effects of all monsters on the field that weren't tribute summoned. And if you know the meta, you know that no meta ever tribute summons anything. So it basically negates all of my opponent's effects.
Huh.
If we were to actually play something.
That's actually really cool. But that also means if someone does happen to tribute summon, like, you kind of trolled.
It would be that way. But luckily, literally no one does that unless they're running this deck. And in a mirror match, I think I win with this deck, honestly. I also just used Ash Blossom there. I didn't say it, but I used Ash Blossom there to negate. He was gonna do something where he adds a card to his hand. That's what Ash Blossom does. So Ash Blossom in your hand, when your opponent activates a card that would add a card from their deck to the hand, special summon a card from the deck, or send a card from the deck to the graveyard. So basically, like any setup tool, you can negate that.
Okay, I kind of gathered that, but the specifics is... I like the specifics, thank you.
Yeah, so you see how he tried to activate an effect there and it went all gray? That's because it wasn't a tribute summon monster, so it has no effect. That's why it's got this... What is this symbol called? I know it has a name.
Let me walk over.
It's the circle with the line through it.
It's the no symbol.
The no symbol. That's right. Oh, how did I not know this?
It's fine, friend. You may know everything about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I know the street smarts.
The street smarts on.
Yeah, man.
Interesting. Anyway, okay, I think this guy is a bot. Because even though he knows his effects is negated, he's still trying to activate them, which tells me that it's just a bot.
Or someone who doesn't fully understand his...
It could just be a very stupid person. Da-da. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. This is getting good. I activate Domain of the True Monarch's second effect, allowing me to lower the level of a monster in my hand by 2 for the rest of the turn. What is this? Target 1, return hand, add Dragon Maid. Okay, he's gonna add a Dragon Maid from his deck to his hand. Sure, like, whatever. Just don't summon a card, because that would be bad for you. Oh, brother! Brother, please just let me do my turn. Okay. So Ether, the Heavenly Monarch in my hand, is going to get lowered by 2 for its level. That means I only need to tribute summon 1 monster to summon it. Which means I don't have to get rid of my Kraz, I could just tribute Eidos. And then when Ether is summoned, I can activate her effect. Since she was tribute summoned, it won't be negated. Also, he can't really do anything at this point. He can't use his extra deck, he can't use effects on the field, and he can't target or destroy my monsters with effects. So like his spell and traps are pretty useless as well. Not sure exactly what he did there. He can special summon a level 4 lower dragon blade. Okay. That's not gonna do anything. So Ether, what she can do is I can send 2 spell and trap cards from my deck to the graveyard. And then special summon any of my monarchs from the deck. And I'm going to summon Erebus. That's cute, buddy. You don't have an effect. And the great thing about Ether is by sending 2 cards from my deck to the graveyard, I can actually put cards in my grave that I can use, like Pantheism. So now I can banish Pantheism and search for a different card to add to my hand. So I'll go with just another copy of either Domain or the Monarch's Erupt, just in case one of them gets destroyed. Like, when this deck gets going, it has a lot of searching potential. Like, I can search a lot out from my deck. It just has to initially, like, start. I have to be able to normal summon one of my Monarchs. And then I can attack. Right?
Yeah?
Once again, that's cute. You have no effect. This is why, like, at this point, there's no way there's just a stupid person. Because he continues to activate his effect. You can special summon this card and gain life points equal to half this card's. Yeah?
Aiden, it has messaged in the chat.
Oh, Aiden's in chat?
Yeah, Aiden's in chat.
What did he say? My chat.
Hello, Kestel. I don't know if you saw the drama that occurred in Yogi's last stream, but to inform you, I do not plan to return to Yogi's streams. I'll probably watch your streams though.
Well, thank you for supporting my streams. It's unfortunate what he has done to you, but yes, I will continue my attack. But you know, this is a safe place. You always have a home here. But this guy won't, because I'm about to beat his ass.
Friend, I continue to watch you just beat children in this game.
How do you know this is a child? This is a robot, okay? This is not a child.
Okay, but like, literally earlier, you were trying to show me Santa Claus, and
Okay, and wasn't Santa Claus cool?
yeah, but you also went through,
so it was
like...
worth it then.
Yeah, but you went through multiple children.
Okay, at any point you could have stopped me. You could have called the police. You could have brought me down.
Did. Want what they did? Want to know what the police did? They gave you a reward.
They did. You know why? Because I found Santa Claus.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
Listen, the ends justify the means.
Yeah?
That's what I'm saying here. Did you not know this?
I guess I didn't know this.